Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
You muted yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
It didn't want to participate. It didn't want to record or anything. So I think I accidentally hit mute on me when I finally got the record button to work. So
it came up like at the same time, like if this is recording, and then there was your microphone with the red, and I'm like, I don't think she meant to do that. And then you started talking. I'm like, nope.
Well, this kind of sets the theme. So this is the Port Charles 411, and it's our first fan spotlight. Well, I mean, we did the one in the fall with Melanie, telling us the story of Blackie and Lou.
Yeah.
Today we spoke with, or not today, the other day, but today we are recording the intro to this. The other day we spoke with beautiful fan, Sam Nolan. She's been writing in for a little while. She calls herself our color commentator, which I love. And we just had a great conversation, but there are so many times throughout the conversation, I just went brain dead. And I was like, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I don't remember Sasha's name, like stuff like that. So I guess it's on par that we're recording the intro on Friday night and I mute myself.
Yeah.
Why not? So yeah, don't want to give too much away, but we hope that you enjoy our conversation with Sam. Hey, Sam.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about the wait. Oh, you still got your lights up.
I do. We haven't taken down Christmas. We all had the flu, that super flu, a week before Christmas. So all of our parties and everything were canceled. So we're just now, like this past Friday night was our last get together.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you're all feeling better. I remember you put that in the email. So
yeah. So how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good.
See, this works. So usually we try to do these definitely together, even though like we record the recap typically on Zoom and people are always like, so who's who? Now we're actually labeled. So this works.
No, but I would have known who you were anyway because I've seen a picture.
That too. Yeah, we're working on that. That's something that has been given to us as feedback is that we need to get out there more. So that's a work.
You mean out there socially or
like us so that people connect with us, even though like they do listening to us, but everyone's visual on social media and we have a few things that we have ideas for. So,
right. But being where you're at and you have fans everywhere, you can't really go to a lot of places. You have families.
Right. There's some thoughts on that too, though. So,
oh, cool. We'll come down south.
Yes, that'd be fun. Would be.
He's so excited.
So what we do, I mean, honestly, we just kind of chit chat. If there's ever anything that you think of afterwards that you're like, oh, I really shouldn't have said that, or like that was too personal or something like that, just shoot me a message. I'll let you, I'll take it out. That's not a problem. I know that you hate spoilers, so yay.
I hate spoilers. Holy cow.
Now, do you agree that it means when it happens on screen or if it's been confirmed?
Like when I hear that so-and-so's contract is up, I'm like, great. I don't need to know when their contract is up because I know that's going to affect the story.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. And then I do like finding tidbits of their personal life that are exciting. Like, you remember when I told you that Anna Lee, at one of her weddings, that Alfred Hitchcock had walked her down the aisle? I mean, I think things like that are super cool.
That is absolutely insane. Like to think about. I know.
And did you know Elvis Presley asked out Leslie Charleston?
I did know that because Jane, because I think Jane Elliott was also in one of his movies, but Leslie Charleston's first day on General Hospital was the day after Elvis died. Like she had found out that news that morning and had to start her new career.
I did not know that.
Yeah. She talked about that on Stephen Bradford.
Yeah. I know I did not know that, but I love things like that and finding out these two people are kin to each other, or these two are married in real life, like the ABA and Sidwell.
Yes.
It's just like so cool to me.
So do you follow them on social media?
Yeah. I mean, that's where they meet. It's like I go to work every day. I work, 10 to 12 hours. Where am I going to meet anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that Gio and Emma just went to New York City?
I didn't.
Yes, they're so cute on Instagram. And they say they're just friends, but then, the comment section says, no, they just confirmed that they're actually together. And I'm like, that's adorable.
The comment
Yeah.
section is 100% sexist because the girl that plays Emma is 25 and the guy that plays Gio is 20. And so people cannot accept that an older woman would date a younger man. But if those flip-flopped, everyone would be like, oh my gosh, they're the cutest couple ever.
I know.
Well,
She's such a cougar,
Right.
Yeah, at 25, she's a cougar.
Weren't we all cougars at 25?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we were both moms, so yeah.
Yeah. I vaguely remember 25.
Yeah.
What are
My
you
son's
talking about?
23,
That
so
was just yesterday for all of us.
Because I'm much older than y'all.
I was going to say, when you popped on, because I just re-looked at your notes, and I'm like, you don't look much older than us.
No.
Oh, sweet. No, I got about a year and a half, and I'll be 60.
Wow.
I know.
I need your skincare routine.
So
You look amazing.
I was going to say, so tell us the secrets.
That's the thing. I don't have one.
Water. That's what I always say. I'm like, I drink a lot of water.
And that's what I hear, but I hate water by itself. So I've got to put a little tea in it, a little coffee in it, something to give it some flavor. And I've tried the flavor waters and they're just not so great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shannon's always yelling at me about drinking water. All I drink is Dr. Pepper. I hate water. It's gross.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh my gosh.
And they quit making caffeine-free Dr. Pepper here in the South.
Oh, really?
And that's what I drank because I can't have too much caffeine. I'm just all, anyway.
Oh, that's awful.
I know I've had to switch back to caffeine-free Coke, but I only have one a day, so it's not a big deal. But I do miss my Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm surprised because isn't the factory in the South?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they just didn't have enough sales. That's all I can think of.
Thank God for Amazon.
Yes.
We'll plan a visit and I'll bring a whole carload down to you.
Oh, that would be so great.
So what do you want to talk about? We kind of just let it go wherever.
I don't know.
You said that you started watching when you were 12. How did you get started watching the show?
Well, I can remember being at home and the TV being on and Ryan's Hope being on. And I just always remember the bar and is it Delia? Was that her name? With the blonde hair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Ron Hale. I always remember them. Was it Ron Hale? No.
Well, because they took Mike there, but it was not Ron Hale who, oh my gosh, Max.
Gail.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got there together.
So that was my, So that was my first memory of a soap opera. And I thought, it's like the same show every day. And then it was slower back then. Like soap operas just creeped along. And so some of my friends and neighbors watched General Hospital and I heard there was a big wedding coming up. And I was like, well, I want to see it. I don't want to be left out.
Yeah.
So I saw it at my neighbor's house, and I don't know how we could have been there because school was in session. I don't know if I was sick that day,
I heard a lot of people were sick that day.
No, I know, right? But I managed to see it, and I was like, that is so sweet. But I didn't know about how they got together, and the whole controversy around that. But I do like how that played out when their kids found out that Luke had, been with Laura and kind of forced himself on her. And
I was going to say, I'm like, well, we do say it. I know that there's some, he assaulted her.
Yeah.
And I like how they made it that he took ownership of it. What did they say? It was actually the longest segment that they'd ever had on General Hospital was him talking to Lucky about it. And because they didn't cut away from it, they didn't go to commercial, they didn't switch between storylines. It was just him telling Lucky and
then telling Lulu.
Yeah.
That's just so hard.
Yeah.
And then I was hooked. I would record it every day, VCR, record it and watch it every night and just got used to it. And then there was a time when I was getting really nervous because they were killing off all the Quartermains. And I'm like, y'all are going to be like a penny main if you don't stop because you're killing everybody off. At first, it was just like one or two, but then I don't do spoilers now. So I was totally shocked and cried for days when Emily died. Just for days, I cried. I was just so shocked. I'm like, she's not really gone, you know?
Well, and then to have her come back too. So like, that's the thing I don't understand that they do because she had been on the show for quite some time.
Right.
And then, so you kind of think, okay, maybe the actor or actress, you know, wanted to go do something else. She came back relatively quickly, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It was first Amber Tamblyn, right?
Right.
Yes. But then Natalia Livingston. Because, yes.
What was her last name? I remember that. I'm not sure about the first name, though.
I think it's Natalia.
I think you're right, yeah.
Okay. But, yeah, I mean, she came back very, very quickly as a new character. And it's like you kind of, like you said, like you killed
turn my phone off. I am so sorry.
Don't worry.
Ignore that.
Oh, that's the other thing we should probably say. I have watched until today, but there's a good chance that Amanda hasn't. So we literally do not talk about the show until Friday. So if you watched anything this week, we just don't talk about it.
Not talking about it.
Okay.
Not talking about it. I can do that.
I'm trying to think of, like that just doesn't make sense when they do that, when they have someone
and Georgie
die, yes. Oh,
I was like, really? Georgie's gone for real, like forever?
Mm-hmm.
And my husband recently retired, and he would walk through the living room and he's like, I thought they died. I thought this person was dead, you know? And I said, look, if you're going to watch it, sit down and watch it with me, you know? And he's like, I'm not interested in that. He can tell you every character now because he watches it now. He can tell you every character and who they used to be married to and who their kids are and all that kind of stuff. So, what is kind of getting on my nerves a little bit is that nobody ever really dies. You know, it's been brought back to life, or I faked my death, or whatever, so much lately. It's just too much. I mean, do you agree?
I do. I feel like we could have done either Britt or Nathan, but both of them together, like there better be a really good story coming up as to how they survived and why they survived to justify that they both came back, and especially that close together.
That's true.
And it has to be better than, okay, Faison coming back, we all know, like, it's my husband's biggest wish. And that's the thing
I was going to say, is it you who's going to be so excited, or is it going to be JD that's,
I want it for my husband, for Cesar Faison to come back. And if he could just say, hello, Anna, because that's like,
I know.
He watched it when we were doing the Cartel 411 a few years ago. He just happened to be in the room, I think, when I was watching it. And he's like, who's that? Like, he's kind of cool. And I'm like, that's Cesar Faison. And so he actually started finding clips. And every now and again around the house, he's like, hello, Shannon. I'm like, no. I'm like, do you want the full story on Faison? Because you do know that's not romantic to me.
Not at all. Not at all. It's like the music they play on Sleeping with the Enemy. You remember Julia Roberts? And every time she heard that, it was like, you know, it's like, that's not good. That's not good.
No.
But he will miss a few episodes, and then he'll like, did I miss anything? I said, you always miss something when you don't watch. I mean, it could be something funny. It could be something sad. It could be just a big part of a storyline, and you're just going to ask a whole bunch of questions. So if he gets behind, it's usually during college football. And I just have to explain to him kind of what's going on. Or I say, look, you're behind, just be behind. All right. Don't ask me no questions. Okay, so I'm watching my show.
Or listen to our show on Monday mornings.
Exactly. Exactly.
He could join JD and Ryan, and they could have their own little. People loved that when JD and Ryan. I
liked it when they kind of filled in with you guys for you guys, and I don't know. Maybe that could be called the half watchers, because maybe they don't fully watch all the time. They just kind of half watch, you know.
I feel like this would be a really good roundtable fans, because we've talked about doing like a roundtable with the fans, so that like, you know, maybe about 5 of us would be in the room, just, you know, chit-chatting and stuff.
Oh, that
could be
fun.
A good one. So like if maybe the 3 of us each had our guys, you know, and I'd send JD's computer is in the garage. So that's where he prefers to, when he does his podcast, that's where he prefers to be. So I'm not sending him out there. That is his preferred area, but he'd be in the garage, and then we'd have Ryan be somewhere else. And then what's your husband's name again? Ken. He could be somewhere else too. And then we could have our own little round table and they could just talk about how crazy we are. So that'd be fine.
Of course. Oh, yes. He'd tell you I'm crazy as a road lizard,
That'd be a fun trivia game though, too. If we ask them questions and see,
yes,
this could be a game we play.
I like it.
I do too.
That's a great idea, y'all. It's Monica's house. Alan gave it to her.
Oh, yes.
That was probably one of the best parts of their promo for, leading up to Monica was they shared that. Or was it after Tracy got the house? I can't remember, but it was something they shared on social media. And it was like a whole compilation of it's Monica's house. Alan gave it to her.
Yeah, I was trying to explain to Ken about that. And also that they never have Thanksgiving dinner, that they always end up with pizza. No matter how it happens, they always end up with pizza. And so I was finding, these little compilations like you were talking about. And I was like, see, this is year to year to year. And he's like, is that Tracy? And I'm like, yeah, that's Tracy. She was, younger then. And, so it's been fun kind of teaching him. And I'm surprised at how much he retains. Not that he can't retain things. I don't mean it to sound like that. But he's an electrical engineer. So his mind works a certain way. And mine works the exact opposite way. And then our son, who has autism, his mind works a completely different way. So it is fun around here.
Yeah.
So I do.
My dad was an electrical engineer. So I definitely understand what you're talking about with that because he tried to help me with math. And I'm like,
me no do math.
You understand this in a completely different way. I am literature and art and all that. So just.
Yes. And I love how you pick out books. It's like, I saw a book and it's a real book, y'all. And you have to tell us all about it. And I'm like, that is kind of cool. It's kind of nerdy cool. But I'm married to a nerd cool person,
Can I get that on a shirt? Nerdy cool.
Nerdy cool. Yeah. In a GH way.
Yes. Oh, no.
And I was going to say it a lot of other ways, too.
You would know best.
Yeah, all good. But there's a lot of other nerdy things, too.
Yes, very much so.
So I have questions to ask you guys.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever covered this, but I often wonder, okay, I'm a big Valentine fan. So I love.
Sorry, Amanda. We're just going to talk.
Go ahead. I'll just listen.
Super love Valentine. And then, of course, Leo, because they wrote that in,
Yes.
And my son he's so funny, y'all. He is so funny. He has the most wonderful sense of humor. Let's see what happened the other day. Oh, we went to a hibachi. And afterwards, everybody gets the fortune cookies. And he likes to open all of ours and read them for us. And he opened his and he opened Ken's. And then when he opened mine, there wasn't a piece of paper in there. And he just yells out, "My mom needs another cookie. She's unfortunate."
I mean, that's very literally what that is.
It is. And they're so literal,
Mm-hmm.
So he says stuff like that all the time, just hilarious things. And I'm like, I wouldn't have thought of it that way, being unfortunate,
Yeah. And my daughter, how old is he?
He's 15 now.
So my daughter's 22. And it was just a couple weeks ago, we were talking about something. And I mean, I know that I've used the phrase play it by ear millions of times probably in her lifetime. Mm-hmm. And something just hit me that I'm like, I don't know if she's going to know what that means. And so a friend of mine is like an in-home therapist. And so I hit record on my phone because I was like, you know what? She's going to get a kick out of this. Just, I'm curious. And if it winds up going how I think it is. And she's like, well, what does that mean? She's like, what does play it by ear mean? I was like, well, we see what, I'm like, no, you don't play it by ear if you're seeing what happens. And so I'm trying to think. And I was like, it just means that we're going to pay attention to, how the weather is and stuff like that. But I mean, it's like little things like that it's just, and you don't realize that they don't understand something until like they're really confused by it. And then I'm like, but I didn't know you didn't know that because you never said anything. And like I said, I've been using that phrase.
That's true.
It's a super common phrase and you don't think about it until you're kind of just like one-on-one. And I was like, oh, wait, that's interesting.
Yes, it is. And like I said, I super like Leo. They seem to put autistic kids on TV on shows that are really, really high functioning. And people ask me all the time, do I watch, what is
The Good
show?
Doctor?
The Doctor, yeah. And I said, no, I don't, because that's not realistic. It is one in a gazillion, and it's a great story. But in real life, you're constantly feeling the what I don't have and I always wanted and that sort of thing. So it's with God's grace and his patience with us, that we are able to move through life. One thing will come up and we'll conquer this, and then something else and we'll conquer that. But he's the biggest blessing, and he's my world, but it's just not realistic on TV.
I agree. The one thing that I did like about this, so I don't watch it either. And I'm just like, no, I don't. I'm like, General Hospital is the only medical drama that I watch, which is a lie, because now I watch The Pit. But that's a whole other thing. I gave up on Grey's Anatomy years ago. But I did watch the trailer. I did like that they separated autism and savant syndrome, because they are completely different. And I understand it. The biggest thing that happened is like in 2013, whenever the DSM-5 changed and they brought in Asperger's under the spectrum, which is fine. But that's where a lot of the stereotypes are now coming from, that, I'm on a scholarship committee in my company and we're reading these things, and, there's these kids writing these papers, they're getting accepted to top-notch universities, and they're like, and I'm autistic. And yes, they absolutely can, but that's not all. And I went to bat for a kid who did not have a good essay, but like his letter of recommendation was written by the school supports court, like the school, there was some kind of a support, I forget exactly who it was, but I'm like, this means that this kid has this need, and this is probably the best he can write. But guess what? That's all that he needs for the school that he's going to. So why? And I kind of got mad at a couple people, but because they weren't listening to me, like they weren't understanding. They're like, we're not saying he can't go to school. And I'm like, but you're being, I try not to throw around the word ableist, but I'm like, you are expecting someone that has this need, that we can see this like through the things that he has provided, and expecting him to behave like the other kid who is going to Yale.
Right.
And
sorry, Amanda.
No apologies necessary. I love to hear it, and I love the education, because even though I've been in Shannon's life for years now, it's a continuing education as far as, what is new, what is not expected, what is amazing. So I love it. And
I got off track with my question. Who are your favorite characters? I know you love Valentine like I do. So who else do you like?
Amanda, I'm letting you go. Are you going all time or now?
I'm going to say current.
Oh.
Yeah, let's say current, because it could be just a dictionary.
Current. I'm interested to see, I don't know that I love them yet, but I'm interested to see where Brooklyn goes, because this stuff with Chase being overly protective of Willow, I don't know how she's doing it, because I would want to punch him. So the fact that she's dealing with that, she's dealing with getting to know Geo, she's dealing with not being able to have a baby on her own, all of that interests me. And so
her dad just had a heart attack that almost made
Right. And her relationship with Tracy that I love, just all of that. She has many different sides that I'm interested in. I feel like that's the one I'm least often like, oh, I just hate that person. Like Lulu, I can't. She'll have a good week, but at the end of the day, I just can't. And Brooklyn, I'm still excited to see where she's going.
Yeah. Well, you know how you say it, and you find yourself yelling at the TV. I so do that. And I just want to throat punch Chase.
Right?
I'm like, you are totally messing up something really, really, really good.
For Willow, that even if he did end up back together with her, she would just jump ship again in 6 months. Like, she's not faithful to anyone.
No one. Whoever is her next.
They ruined that character. They ruined Willow.
I remember when Willow came on, I told Ken, I said, she's too squeaky. She's too squeaky clean. And she's not all of that. I can tell you that. And then now that we've seen all these things, it's who's her next, knight on a white horse is what she's going to go for. And I was just waiting on that. And when she got the haircut, that's the whole thing. They'll either change character or cut their hair off or do something, and I'm like, something's going to happen. Their hair's different.
Yeah.
But I said from the beginning, I said, Ken, no, I don't like Willow. Well, why? She's all this, and I said, no, I can see this coming. What I hope is not coming is Valentine and Carly.
Thank you.
Y'all talked about that. Y'all have talked about that. I know.
He was just given some looks that he should not be given last week.
I know. It's pretty lonely in the attic. Let's face it.
True. That's true.
I think it's interesting that they might have, and this is what I said, like on the recap, that, we always see the woman falling for their rescuer or whatever, so I think that it's interesting that he might be looking at Carly as not his rescuer, but, she's connecting him with Charlotte right now. And so, yeah, it's lonely in the attic and she's his only contact. So he might be getting more of that. I mean, and he is such a strong character and so,
handsome.
Committed.
Go ahead and say it.
Well, that too. I mean, he is gorgeous. And in person too.
Hadn't got to see anybody in person.
I drove overnight to see him in Gettysburg.
Abandoned me.
I know. I heard that. I remember that.
It was, so my husband used to be a Civil War reenactor.
Yes.
And so, I mean, that was our thing. And yeah that worked out really well.
We lost.
That I didn't have to convince him to go out. I was like, so, because I was going to surprise him. We were going to a wedding that Friday night, and I was just going to wake up in the hotel and be like at 2:00 in the morning and be like, great, we got to go. And then I was like, ooh, I probably should tell him something. And then he figured it out when he saw that James Patrick Stewart was going to be at 8 a.m. in Gettysburg. He's like, we're going to Gettysburg, aren't we? I'm like, yeah. Yes, we are.
I know you. That's where we're going.
Yeah. But
also,
I don't want him and Carly to get together, but I just, I think that's just interesting how, if it happens, I want him to obviously rescue Anna. So.
Yeah, I kind of do too. But I also like Rick and Ava and Diane. Anytime they're on the screen, whatever's going on, they're just actors that pull you in, whether you like their character, whether they're the good guy, the bad guy, whatever. All three of them, they're just such great actors that I'm like, whatever they got going on, I'm with them.
Amanda does not like Rick.
I agree with you that the actor pulls you in and you want to love him and be there with him, but I just can't forget his past. Like, I'm sorry, that's in my brain forever. And so I'm not trusting this change of heart. And if he can have the change of heart and go on to do great things like his relationship with Molly and all that, that would be awesome. But if they try to put him back together with Elizabeth, I'm going to be so angry. Like, again, why does she have to keep recycling through the same men over and over and over again?
Yes.
Give her some new options.
That's true.
No, just stay open for Lucky.
No, she's not waiting the rest of her life for Lucky. She deserves better.
We're not waiting for Lucky. I want it to be both of them. I love Lucky and Liz, but all I can think about is how much, even though it was psychotic, how much Rick loved Elizabeth that he wanted to give her that baby. I know it's so wrong. It's like Nina getting Ava's baby and the way she did that. And now they're such good friends. But I just thought that is just love, it's his own sick way of love, but he just loves her so much.
Right. It's the same way that we vote for Brad because he loved Lucas so much, and that was why he did everything with Wiley. So I understand that side of it. I'm tired of seeing Liz. Like, that's all she ever does is goes back to whoever she was with before over and over again. And I loved her with Franco, and that was something different, and then they killed him off.
I know.
If he can come back from the dead and go back to Liz. That I will accept.
Oh, mercy. Now Ken says, they're not really dead. And I'm like, they could really be dead, Ken. Seriously. Yeah. People really do die.
Well, and then it's like, I mean, it's the whole Luke thing too. And then we kill people too early. And especially like there was no point in killing Luke Spencer off screen. There was absolutely no point. We did not get anything from it.
No.
We had a whole show, or it might have been 2 shows for John Riley, remember?
Yes.
And then, of course, we have lost like 10 people in the last 2 or 3 years. It is like breaking my heart. I don't mean to bring everybody down, but I mean, we're talking about Leslie, Monica, Robert. I mean, everybody that I first started watching the show, it's like, really, y'all all have to go at the same time, because it's killing me.
And Rick Weber, but Rick's been dead for decades now, right?
Right.
But Rick Weber died in June.
And I cried. I mean, I cried and cried when Tyler Christopher died.
Oh, that was just heartbreaking. And it was 2 days after Matthew Perry. I was not okay. But
yeah, I wasn't either, because I was like, he so much life, so handsome, so everything. And then Billy Miller.
Yes.
It was just boom, 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 boom. And it just got to be too much.
An epiphany.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I think, Epiphany kind of started the ball rolling.
She might have, because I think then it was Jackie.
It might have been.
I don't know. But yeah, Tyler Christopher was a hard one, because like he was trying, and he kept slipping. And it was heartbreaking, because you could see him wanting to not be doing this anymore.
Yeah. And it's not like he was on there 5 or 10 years. He was on there like 25 years. I mean, we've seen him since he was little.
Yeah.
A teenager.
Well, and that's why I think that they should just kill Nicholas, though, honestly. Like, I really do. Marcus was fantastic. I'm not saying anything bad about Adam, whatever the heck his name is. What is his name?
Ooh.
I don't know, but it's horrible that we forget it every single time.
I mean, he's only filled in a handful of times, so, and not enough to establish himself as that character. And Nicholas was already in jail. Let's just have somebody beat him up and let the character go,
We're losing so many
let's
people.
not do it, though, until like now we have to wait at least a year, because Laura is going to lose her mom and Luke's best friend in the next year. So we can't have her lose a son, too.
That's true.
Except for that would be a good opening for Spencer to come back.
Ooh, it would.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Like if he's in hiding
the whole
somewhere.
dream that Laura had with Esme,
That was so good, though. That was one of the best cameos. That was so good.
It was. Because Ken actually sat down and watched that with him. He goes, oh my gosh, they're alive. Are you kidding me? Again? They're back from the dead? And I said, and he goes, she's dreaming, isn't she? It's highly possible.
Well, Cyrus, we don't know if he's dead. We just know that.
That's true. And then he just makes fun of me sometimes and goes, it's like a soap opera. I said, I know. They should make a soap opera out of this. Or sometimes I have to remind him, it's just a soap opera. It's just a soap opera.
Yeah, I need to remind myself of that sometimes, though.
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring it down, but it was like 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot, yeah.
And it was like core people from when I first started watching it. And I was like, we need more people.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So Elizabeth don't have to keep recycling.
Yeah. Like we might need more people to stay, though, and that's the thing, is that we're also killing them too young.
Yes.
Right.
It sounds really morbid, but I mean, it's true. Instead of just having people move away, like how Finn just moved away.
Exactly.
Fantastic. I miss him being Silas, but he's not going to come back from the dead. I had a love-hate relationship with Finn, because he started off good and then just kind of, him with Hayden was so good. And then when she left, it was just kind of like, meh, meh.
Yeah. I just don't feel like Finn had any chemistry with anyone. I really didn't.
I didn't with Liz, no, but I did like him with Hayden, because he also had an interesting storyline on his own, though. That's when he was fighting that Blackwood syndrome, and that's when he made his friendship with Tracy. That was so cute.
I do like the friendship. And wasn't he with Anna?
Yes, they almost got married.
Yes. And wasn't he friends with benefits with Alexis? Like after they would go to an AA meeting? Doesn't that seem right?
Were they?
I didn't think they had benefits. I thought they were just friends.
Who was it that they would just, I could swear they would just like casually sleep together.
Julian and Britt.
No, I'm thinking after an AA meeting, it's like they would talk and it didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Am I losing my mind?
Let's go to
Am
Google.
I the crazy one now? I love how you can just look up something.
I just hope that no one ever does a deep dive of her search history because she's going to jail. Absolutely.
Oh, mine?
Yeah. I don't have a
I'm going to have a lot of explaining. I'm like, listen, I just am interested in these things.
It's true. It's true.
Go back and listen to all of our podcasts. You'll see exactly where they played in, I promise. It's a good alibi, at least.
And we'll get a lot of downloads.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you remember the TV show where the guy would interview an actor and at the end he would have all the questions like, what's your favorite word? When you get to heaven, what do you hope?
Inside the actor studio.
Yes. Y'all should have, like, for your fan spotlights, that would be so cool. Like, what's your favorite character? Or what's the biggest surprise on General Hospital that you've ever had?
Yeah.
I like that.
Kind of get or that could be part of your roundtable.
Very true.
Half watchers.
They pretended to date in early 2018. The staged romance turned to genuine, leading to an unexpected, passionate affair that surprised viewers. They ended up in bed together, leading to an awkward but memorable morning after scene with Anna discovering them. Their romantic relationship ended, though they remained connected through mutual understanding and shared recovery issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it might have been a one-night stand.
I was thinking it was more than that, but yeah. Did I remember something y'all didn't remember?
You absolutely did.
I never thought that would happen.
Oh, no. Do you know how much we don't know?
Right.
That's why we go to Google. Well, and that's why we like talking to other fans too, because also like the perception is so different, and you could watch something. And I mean, there's been years that we haven't watched, but it's like we were just talking about that with the Michael Christina thing. And I'm like, I don't remember that happening, that Alexis was so adamant about Michael and Christina not being together. I didn't watch when Michael went to jail.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
I had forgotten that too, actually. Do you know how much I've forgotten?
it's been a lot. It's been a lot. There's 60 something years of the show and we've been watching for more than half our lives. So
Amanda, who are your favorites?
I did. My favorite was Brooklyn. Who else would be your favorite?
I'm thinking girl and guy. I don't know why. It's like, who's your favorite actor and actress?
I don't know that I have a favorite guy right now. I mean, I always love Sonny just because how can you not love Sonny? But he's not doing anything spectacular at the moment. I wish they would use Spinelli more. I do wish that. Like, now he's just become Maxie's live-in boyfriend, fiance, whatever he is this week. Like, he has no real storyline. Yeah, exactly. He like gets a phone call every once in a while from Jason or whoever, and then that's it. I feel like he could definitely do more.
And he seems so sad all the time. I mean, yes, it fits the storyline, but I mean, just always, Right.
And he's such a good dad. Like, let's explore that more.
Yeah.
And obviously there's the struggle with Nathan being back. So let's see that. I don't know. I love Bradford. So.
Yeah, Nathan, Cody, and Spinelli. It's like they're kind of in a tanglement of the chains,
Right.
Cody's gonna win.
Cody is gonna win, but that could be some good guy bonding. Like they could all go out for a beer and just talk about their feelings. That would be nice. Let's see a softer side of some of those men.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember when the girls would get together at the bar and they would play some kind of music?
That was great.
The guys need to do that.
Yes.
That was really cool because it was like they let their hair down.
Mm-hmm. Right. Karaoke night, Shannon. Exactly.
Yeah.
They used to have that often. Yes.
I was at Jake's.
Mm-hmm. Well, the brown dog can do that now, too.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Well, Charlie's was supposed to be having like the acoustic, like they were supposed to have like artists and everything. Because remember, one of the signs said, so-and-so playing live whatever night. And I was like, oh, cool. Are we going to get? No, we never did.
No.
We never had Lucky playing a set at Charlie's.
Nope.
No.
That's so good. And then that would have been like Liz falling in love with him all over again.
I know. And I do want that so much. But I understand that he can't be in two places at one time. I don't mean in the show. I mean in real life, But
he was truly so sincere. Like when we saw him in July, he was so sincere that he felt so bad for disappointing all of us. And, and then as soon as he said, my son's 13 and this was a lot more difficult than we thought it was going to be, there was like a collective, the room went, oh.
That's what women do. Oh.
Yeah. There was a lot of guys there too.
There's a few people when they cry, I don't care if I'm even into the storyline. When they cry, I cry. And Lucky's one of them. When Lucky cries, I always cry. Always.
Yeah.
And if Erica Slezak does not get outstanding guest whatever, there is no justice.
Yes.
She was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
I don't watch any other soaps, so I wouldn't know.
Well, One Life to Live, would come on before General Hospital. So I started watching like the last 5 minutes of it because it was on the recording.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept going, oh, that looks interesting. That looks interesting. So for years, I watched both of them. And then I finally had to say, okay, that's it. I can't do that. Yeah. And I had to choose. And of course, I chose General Hospital.
The one that stayed.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a shame, though, that we didn't get to keep those characters because and I didn't know them. So having them come to the show was interesting, but.
Yeah. And this is so random, but I'm rando. What was the PSA about the eye mites with Elizabeth? I'm like, what? Is she going to go blind? I was like, well, we're serious. I was like, is she going to go blind or something? Oh my gosh. And
that
then
actually would have been interesting.
Some kind of PSA. And I'm like, random.
Right. Some sponsor paid a lot of money to get their product placed there because that was insane.
I remember the Heart Association, and Go Red and all that. I mean, that's a national thing.
Yeah.
So that was not, and Campbell's soup. Oh, the soup is good for you and it's good heart healthy and all that. And I'm like, eye mites? Really?
Right.
Amanda, there wasn't even a product that was placed.
There wasn't a product that was placed, but other viewers that watch in real time said that there is a commercial that consistently runs for whatever the eye drops are that solve that problem. I don't know, because honestly, I didn't care because I don't have eye mites, thank God, and I've never seen the commercial. But from what people were saying online, like as far as how the commercials are played, it was a product placement in that way. So, I mean, and they always do a small PSA on something. So I'm glad,
right?
That they do that. This just was such an odd one that I was just with you. Like, where, yeah, right, exactly. The middle of the day, all of a sudden, Liz is like, "Oh, my eyes are scratchy." I'm like, what?
Right? Like, why didn't we see it leading up to it? That like she was suddenly wearing her glasses instead of her. Doesn't she wear contacts? I don't know. But like, have her wear glasses instead of contacts. And then have it be like, oh my gosh, this has happened. I haven't cleaned my glasses. Like, give us some more information other than it affects 25 million Americans.
Right. Mm-hmm. At her age, she at least needs some readers. Have her like rub her eyes and put her readers down a few days leading up to it.
It was such a commercial. It was such a PSA. And I remember when ESPN and ABC got together, they would always say, somebody was going into the hospital for surgery or something. He goes, yeah, I want to tune into ESPN tonight so I can see the game, and I was like, well, that's random. And then I realized, okay, they're together now. So they're kind of letting each other, It
does make sense though. Cause if you're in the hospital, you want to be comforted and it's like, well, I don't want to miss the game. What channel is it on? ESPN.
If it's Alabama or Auburn, we're watching.
And then there was the whole KFC thing.
Oh, they need to like replay that just for ridiculousness.
That's what we should have had re-air on New Year's Eve.
Yes. Get everyone in a silly mood because that was absurd.
That was absurd. But some of them, they do make sense and it's nice. And especially all they do about autism. But that was just, I said, I'm going to ask Shannon and Amanda about that because it was just so out of left field. I thought Night of the Living Dead was going to be everybody's going to come with eye mites and
right. So other than like the little random things, what is the storyline that you're like, I can't believe they even ever did that?
Probably bringing Britt and Nathan back from the dead. I mean, I don't know why. I feel like Nathan and the French dude that's working on Spoon Island, I feel like they're bad guys somehow. I don't know why I do, but I feel like maybe the French dude, what's his name? Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's the head guy, and he's pretending to be the butler or whatever to stay incognito, but he's really calling the shots. We just don't see it.
Oh, I
thought that for a while until I watched how he was watching Marco, and it looked like genuine care. And I'm like, what is that connection there? Because he keeps looking. So, I mean, maybe it's that he never had the opportunity to live the lifestyle that he wanted. You know, maybe he's looking on in jealousy or something like that. But
Hadn't thought
like,
of
there's
that.
something there.
Yeah.
I don't want Nathan to be bad, though, because I'm just mad that they brought him back because his funeral was beautiful.
Mhm.
And I feel like that was kind of a disservice now that they did
That's
that.
true. And I hate it when they make you cry and get upset, and then it's like, okay, never mind.
Yes.
Right.
I cried over that.
I had a breakdown in March when James Patrick Stewart left, and now he's back.
I'm so excited.
I am too, but I was like, well, that's embarrassing.
I know. There's just people that tug on your heart, and I think I like the sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad folks, like Ava
Mm-hmm.
and like Rick and like Valentine, because you don't know in any situation if they're going to be the good guy or they're going to be the bad guy, if they're going to help out or if they're going to cause more trouble, because they could do either, you know?
Right.
Kind of like Martin too. Like
Yes.
he is so wishy-washy, and it depends on who he's with. And, you know, he will do anything to take down Tracy, but then he is
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, there's my baby sister, you know, to Laura.
Yeah. And I go back and watch clips, you know, and I watched the whole, this whole 30-minute thing on Laura and how she got started and then kind of behind the scenes. And do you know who her father is?
That's Martin and Cyrus's dad. Oh my gosh, Greg. Daniel.
No, Jeannie Francis in real life.
No. I'm sorry. I thought you were doing.
I'm sorry, I didn't make myself clear.
Okay.
No, he was an actor, and if you see his picture, you'll recognize him immediately because he was in like a whole lot of things, but nothing just, you know, oh, he was that guy that starred in this and that, you know, nothing like that. But when you look at him, it's like, I've seen that face so many times. Besides General Hospital, I'm also a black and white movie fan. So I love the whole golden era Hollywood. So I've seen all the movies. So a lot of these people I've seen, you know, when they were younger. And Anna Lee was so beautiful in How Green Was My Valley. She was so beautiful. Do you recognize him?
I do, but I'm just trying to figure out from where. His name's Ivor.
Yes.
Oh, and that's her son's middle name.
Yes. But it was such a good look back at where she got started and how it was in her real life and how she kind of got lost in the character. And she felt like they were just bringing her back when they needed ratings and they didn't give her this storyline. And Luke was able to make contributions and she just had no say and things like that. And now she's where she likes to be. She asked her what she thinks about, you know, storylines and that sort of thing. And I'm like, wow, she went from, you know, what happened at the disco to being the mayor. So everybody loves Laura. And it was kind of like an American sweetheart thing. Everybody loves Laura.
Do you know that her dad was on General Hospital?
Yes, I do. Like two
For
episodes.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
In 1979, he played Dr. Eric Lombard.
Isn't that sweet?
That was super
That's
sweet.
what we need to do a 411 about is people who's like how we found out that the kids at the Christmas episodes used to be the kids of the actors and crew and everything, you know, stuff like that. We need to find out. Like Titus was Aiden. Jonathan Jackson's son Titus was Aiden when he was a baby. And I think Harper was Georgie.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Little things like that. I love that.
And then also, I think the girl that was working at Home and Hearth that gave the moisturizer or whatever it was, that was Jeannie Francis' daughter.
Yes.
That's just, it's so cool.
Little
Because when
things
you
like
know
that.
it and you go back and watch it again, it's like, oh, she looks like her. Oh my goodness, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are
I
just
feel-
fun.
I feel like we could just have like a whole quiz show with you. I love it.
I
This is
just
why we
love
don't really have
emo.
set questions. Like we just talk about like how you got to the show, and then we just spiral.
Yeah, I
Much
can
like our-
spiral. Yeah, as long as I've got coffee, I spiral. I still got my Christmas
Oh, that's cute.
stuff out. Yeah, I think the biggest shocker for me has been, and I don't know if you guys, how old you were, if you even remember this. Anna was police chief with a guy named his last name was Ramsey.
Yeah.
He was an older guy. He was a little bit heavy set. He wasn't like your normal actor, And it turned out that Ramsey was Mr. Big, like there was somebody behind all of this awful stuff, and it turned out to be him, and he was Mr. Big. I think that was one of the biggest shockers on General Hospital to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes like so far back, because Anna, she was young. She had long hair. Like the big
Right.
80s
That was,
long hair.
I feel like, wasn't that one of the things that brought her? That was like one of the first storylines for her, wasn't it? Because I feel like we watched that when we were doing our 4-part on Anna Devane, or 5-part, whatever it was. I feel like we touched on that. I feel like they've used that name, Mr. Big, though, several times, because wasn't that also Jerry's cover?
Yeah, I think anytime they don't know who it is, they just say Mr. Big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should not have done that after Sex in the City.
Right.
Like
That's what I was thinking.
That's where everyone's brain goes now, is Sex in the City.
I've never seen it.
I didn't watch it either. I just know that was like the guy in that show.
Yeah. There's got to be. And what's great is if there's a Mr. Big and it turns out to be a Mrs. Big.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's another underused character, Miss Wu. I want her to just come in and take over everything.
Who?
Miss Wu.
Oh, Miss Wu. Oh, I love it when she's on.
Yes.
I love it when she's on. She has such swag.
Right. She just commands the whole room. Like you cannot ignore her. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I agree completely. It's like Aunt Stella.
Yes.
She has such swag.
Yep.
And when she's on the screen with 5 other people, she is the center of attention.
Yep. Right.
It's just like she commands it.
Yeah. She starts talking and you're like, oh, I better listen. Aunt Stella said, like, she's authoritative over us.
Everybody needs an Aunt Stella in the family.
I talk too much.
You don't talk too much. You didn't answer who your favorite girl is then. You can take Valentine as your favorite guy, but who's your favorite girl, since I had to do both?
Yeah, I knew that anyway on Valentine.
Right. Exactly. Like, we don't need to hear all that again, but who's your favorite girl?
That's a really good question. I feel like we can't say Laura at all, just because like that's just like a given that Laura's great.
Yeah. It's standard.
Yeah.
See, for you, I feel like Tracy is more standard than Laura. So
I was actually gonna say Tracy. I think that Tracy is my current favorite. There was a time where I was just like, meh, but I just love watching her, how she's morphed from, she still has it in her where she can be Tracy, but she is turning into such the matriarch. And she was doing it before Monica died. And now she's like taking it so seriously that, she's treating Monica passing the same way that she treated Alan.
Right.
That, she lost her partner. And yeah, I'd go with Tracy. For Guy, I was actually going to say Michael right now, just because Valentine is so in and out.
Rory. He's so great.
He is so great.
I am really digging Michael right now, that he's adding a layer. He's good. I like him.
Okay, so when he looked in the window and saw the wedding with Willow, and I'm sitting here thinking, did he just want to see if that was like for real, or is he still in love with her? I know he knows that she's dangerous for the kids, and I know all of it, but just him peeking in the window the way he did and the look on his face, I'm like, do you still love her?
I think he just wanted to see if she went through with it, because I think he knows that she is who shot Drew. So being in that same place and then trying to do the whole wedding thing after the trauma of finding out that Nina had slept with Drew, if all that was going to come together and she was going to blow her cover.
Okay, so that was my next question. Who shot Drew?
Maybe he wanted to be there for her if she snapped.
Maybe. That would make sense. There you go.
Because he would know how to, he's been there before when she's been in, has he? No, that was Chase when she found out about her baby. But I feel like Michael's been there enough for her in severe that if he thought that she was going to snap.
I mean, that was how her and Michael originally got together, was grieving over their lost children.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But he never saw her like break, like the way that we think that she is. But I mean, given Nell and Nina, there's a good chance that she had a psychotic break. Maybe he was just there to see like if she went through with it, but also.
Right. Well, is Nell dead?
Yes, she has to be dead.
Really?
Yeah.
She was so good. She was
my gosh,
one of
what if
those that
Nell
was
is
just, like,
not?
so great actor.
What if Nell is not dead and that's who shot Drew?
Oh, that'd be good.
What if?
I would actually like
And
that
to frame
twist.
Michael.
I
And
would
to
love
frame
that.
Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good.
That is so right. That is so good. I would be okay with that. I don't want her
would
coming back
too.
for anything else. But if that's what they're gonna do, I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Then she'll just go to jail. And she'll be like,
So y'all think Willow shot him?
That's what I'm sticking with. She had a break and she shot him, and I don't think she even knows that she shot him. Like when she's pleading and talking about how much she loves him and she would never do that, I think that's sincere, but I think that she is the one that shot him.
I think Portia did it. Tell me why she didn't.
I just don't think she has the guts to. And she would whine. She whines about everything. She would have come out of there and been like, my arm hurts. There was kickback from a gun. Like,
I am gunpowder residue.
Exactly. Just
I didn't know
something.
Stewart
so
said
loud.
these fingerprints will come off if I use club soda.
Right. The sound of the bullets gave me a headache.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
She cries about
No, I
everything.
When she slept
does.
in bed with I'm drawing a blank.
Isaiah.
Isaiah. I was going to say Isaac, and I'm like, there's no Isaac. With Isaiah, he seemed surprised. Do you remember that? He was like, oh, well, this is unexpected. And I'm like, alibi. And
Yeah, she did definitely. They did hook up, and then she was like gone, it seemed like, for a bit, and then slipped back into bed. So I believe that she could have had that time, but I don't think that she's the one that did it. Just because, like I said, I don't think that she has the guts to go through with it. And she was so sloppy with the changing Heather's test results. I don't think she could pull this off without there being a ton of evidence.
What if Drew hired her as part of the blackmail to shoot himself and to frame
okay.
Michael?
That's a big,
That is.
I mean, what if she hit the spine, She may be a
Right.
great doctor, but she might not be a good shot at it.
True. And I don't know that she would do that to Michael. Like, as she's seeing it play out, I think that she would feel guilty. And again, I don't even think that it's so much about Michael. I think it would be just the guilt that she would feel. Then she would have to confess because she couldn't deal with feeling that.
Yeah,
But she
Ken
puts
said-
herself above everything else because she would think that she was doing it for Trina. She's doing it for her daughter.
I know.
Right.
Sorry, I raspberry.
So bad. No, I feel so
Ken
bad
said
because
she
that
wouldn't-
actress is great. And I just feel like they're not doing Portia. They've done her a disservice so much.
Right.
I think so too. Ken said she's a doctor. She's not going to hurt anybody. I said, Ken, this is a soap opera.
Right.
Do you want? I can give you a list of documentaries proving otherwise.
Right. Yeah, that's who my money's on. And Shannon, you think?
Just think everyone did it, but I can come up with a reason why for everyone. But no,
But you were leaning towards Michael, right? Or Willow?
No, I'm Willow, but I was just
What
thinking.
about you, Amanda?
Yeah, it's Willow. It has to be Willow.
But think about like the Nell thing. Like she finally accepted that Willow was going to have custody of Wiley, so she could be like mad about the fact that Drew's trying to take. No, because that would make sense if she shot Michael, or she was mad at Willow because she was like,
You took my life.
I was okay with you being with Michael, like the two of you being together. Like she could make sense of that, that like, okay, they're going to raise, but then she cheats on Michael with Drew and changes everything that she came to terms with.
And just now was very independent, and Willow is so whatever this man tells me to do. I mean, that right there would make me frustrated.
Oh, yeah. They are complete opposites. That's a good point.
Yeah. But no, I'm definitely on Willow. Or I do have another theory, but I can't talk about it right now.
I got you.
It'll be on next Monday, though.
Yeah. I got you. I gotcha. Yeah, I had something to say about Nathan, and I'm like, nope.
Nope.
But I do feel like Nathan and Britt are somehow bringing back Faison's work, or Faison is using them. And Britt doesn't make any bones about the fact that she's who she is, and she makes people mad, and she's the Britch. And Ken laughed so hard. He goes, "They call her the Britch." I said, I know. But
even the signature drink at her birthday party.
Yeah, I do remember that. And Nathan, I don't know. There's a lot to be unfolding in the future if they can keep characters.
Yeah. I just wonder if Faison's alive, I don't know if Nathan knows it. Ooh, what if Andre's somehow involved in here somewhere with the brain stuff?
Andre.
Me too.
Love him. I love it when he and Anna dance.
But I was just thinking, I'm like, but he would not let them hurt Anna. So the fact that she's locked away right now, he would not. He is involved. Like if there's brain mapping stuff going on, he would not be okay with Anna being locked away.
And I'm hoping that they have her medical protocol.
Right.
It just seems really dangerous to be in a position like that when you have something medical. It has to be, monitored, and you have to have medication and things like that. It's just like, oh yeah, she's going to be captured, but they're going to know that she needs this medicine, and they're going to have it. And, I know it's a soap opera.
Right.
No, but they do so good with so many things, but then it's like we forget about Alexis's osteoporosis. Like, I'm sorry, she is like working around the clock right now on this case. She should be hurting. And the girls should be saying, Mom, you need to be taking care of yourself because, this can flare up if you're not.
Right.
It's true. And one thing I really love about a soap opera is that somebody can do something so downright dirty, and then they end up being friends, like really good friends, like Nina and Ava.
Right. It's so ridiculous. But yeah.
Yeah. And even like Carly and Liz, they have been through so much, and they became friends. And Sam and Liz, they ended up being friends. There's some things that have happened that I would be like, you are not my friend anymore, and you're never going to be my friend anymore.
Right. I can understand Sam more so because she had the conversation of, this is why we don't like each other, we need to move past her or whatever.
Yeah.
But Nina and Ava, I'm sorry, if you cut my baby out of my stomach, I'm not being your friend. I am going to continue pushing for you to be put away.
True.
Yeah.
And I'm 50-50 on Jordan and Portia. I love both of their characters. I think they're both great actresses, and I think they're both beautiful.
Yes.
And I think that there's no perfect person for Curtis because his standards are so up here.
Yeah.
It's like you can't burp, without him just being offended.
Right.
But I love his character, and I love him. Of course, he's so handsome. But
yes.
Who is there for him?
I agree.
Perfect.
Maxie has a crush on him.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. She wakes up and she's got two guys waiting on her, and she goes, I'm gonna go with Curtis.
Hey, that would be a twist no one saw coming.
Well, what's behind door number 3?
Yeah.
No, I love Curtis, and he is very attractive, so I'm all for, as long as they don't get too into it, these bedroom scenes where he can walk around with his shirt off. But I don't really love him with Jordan, and I don't like Portia. I do. I love the actress, and she is beautiful, but I do not like that character at all because, like I said, she's just too whiny about everything. So
Yes, whiny.
I can deal with him with Jordan, but I would be okay if they introduced somebody totally from left field that walked in and he fell madly in love with them, and it just changed the whole storyline. Because again, why do we have to,
new?
Right? Why do we all have to recycle? Me, who goes back to my childhood boyfriend, but why do we have to all recycle backwards?
Well, I do catch myself every now and then going, "Wait, aren't they cousins? Wait, isn't that her uncle? Can they date? Didn't they used to be married?"
He's
to go through the family tree.
Oh, you mean like anyone? I'm like, he's her ex-brother-in-law.
Anyone.
Right.
Because they, it looks like they're going to get together. And I'm like, just like Valentina and Carly.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he tried to kill her. Not actually kill her, but he almost killed her.
Mm-hmm.
That would also be a good 411. How many of Carly's lovers have tried to kill her?
Ooh, good.
Because I feel like he's not the only one.
Mhm.
Right. Wouldn't it be everyone except for Jason?
Maybe Jax. I don't think Jax ever.
Yeah,
I don't think Jax
he did.
ever. No.
I don't think Jax ever did, but then Jerry did. So
That's true.
True.
hazardous family.
It's in the family.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. I just don't like that this has been Portia's character the whole time, and they gave her a glimmer of moving on from it. But then, like, we lost Taggart. He just fell down drunk in the elevator and never came back.
Right.
Okay, I apparently didn't see fell down drunk in the elevator because I'm like, what happened to TJ and what happened to Taggart? They just fell off the face of the earth. Nobody says, like, if I was Trina, I would be like, this man raised me. He's been my dad for 20 years or whatever. And all of a sudden, I don't see him. I don't talk to him. And I'm okay with that because I have a different dad now.
Right.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, they have not been fair to TJ or Taggart,
Right.
in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I know that he might not have been drunk when he fell in the elevator, but he started drinking after that, right?
Yeah.
I remember he was putting alcohol in his coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
Yeah. So he might not have been drunk but he broke down in the elevator.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because that was the day that they found out that he's not biologically Trina's dad.
Right. But
I mean, we don't even put alcohol in our coffee in Alabama. That's a little early in the morning.
No, they could just pull it in so easily too. With like it just was the holidays. Trina could have been like, "I got the nicest Christmas card from my dad." Like anything. It doesn't need to be this big involved thing. Just something to remember that he exists. He's out there.
Well, this year we had so many. Well, and we had so many. Like they did such a good job of like going to all the different houses for every which way that you needed to go see people. She should have been like, "So I need a weekend to go see my dad."
Yeah.
Or I'm going to go meet up with Dad. I hope that's okay. And then, of course, Curtis would say, absolutely.
Right.
Knowing Curtis, he would say, can I drive you? Or tell him I said hello. I mean, he's such a nice guy.
And that's the thing. Like they did they were both victims. So they didn't necessarily hate each other.
Right.
From what I recall, I could be totally misremembering that, but I don't feel like
No, they didn't hate each other. And Curtis, even if he did have negative feelings, he would understand it now because Portia's doing the same thing to him with Isaiah. So
I know there seems to be this pattern with Portia and with Willow.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people don't see it.
Right. Well, I mean, Willow was in a cult.
Yes.
So she was predisposition of looking to someone else to lead her.
Sometimes I think she's sharp as a marble,
Mm-hmm.
But she went through nursing school. So
And she was a teacher. Too. Like she has 400 different degrees.
That's true. I hadn't thought about that. That's true. So she has the capacity. She just emotionally can't because she didn't have any kind of foundation. Her frame of reference is, hey, this place over here is where we all go to the bathroom and get over there and cut your veggies up. We're a commune.
And we never went anywhere with Harmony visiting her.
No, there was that one.
No. And then she died and was like, don't trust her,
Yeah.
Well, Harmony came back and was like haunting her.
Right.
There was like a handful of times that she appeared to her. It was like in a dream or something like that. And that never went anywhere.
Maybe that's part of her psychotic break.
I do remember that now.
Maybe they'll pull that in if they have her remember that she had a psychotic break or if she like breaks again.
Yeah.
Y'all have got me wanting Nell back so bad.
I hadn't thought about that until we were talking.
What if she did it? That would be so great. Y'all need to write for General Hospital. Come on.
I think we do sometimes.
Recommendations?
There's been times where people have written into us and been like, you guys said that, and then they did it.
Maybe they do listen.
Oh, they do. After we thought we were crazy, and then after Terry said lovers to Liz, I was like, someone's listening.
We've lost so many lately, some new people for Liz.
Right.
But I'm just saying we can use more characters because they and when Tracy goes and Laura goes, I don't know what I'm going to do. Laura's 62. which is not old,
No.
but I mean, you never know. I mean, nobody thought Luke would go.
Right.
Right.
But I mean, after Tracy and Laura, I'm just going to be like,
Oh, Johnny Wachter too.
yes, yes. And he got a lot of publicity on the murder.
Yeah.
And I was happy about that because a lot of people didn't know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was just because like everything was on camera. Because Perry Shen went down and like marched, and I think Gladys,
Yes, Corbin.
Bonnie Burrow. There we go. She did too, and it was ridiculous. It's you just never know.
Right.
And I was listening to the podcast, and it was you were talking about you never know what somebody's going through in real life. Sometimes while something's going on the show. So in 2020, my mom fell and broke her hip, and she was getting groceries at the front door, and she had them on the stoop, and she brought some in, but instead of putting them on the island, she just put them in the floor, and then she went and got some more, and she tripped over the first ones. So the door was open, but she laid in the floor. I had just talked to her. She laid in the floor all night with a broken hip. So neighbors were out walking, and they were like, oh, let's go help Barbara get her groceries in, because they saw groceries on the stoop and the door open. And that's how they found her. So the next day they were doing surgery on her hip, and that's when the world shut down. You couldn't go in a hospital. You couldn't go in a public building. You couldn't do anything. So the whole time I'm going through this with my mom, where I can only see her through the window and talk to her on the phone while I'm, seeing her through the window, was when Sonny's dad was dying. And I would bawl like every day because he knew he was dying. And my mom did not get up and start walking. She got depressed because of what was going on, and she couldn't see her kids. Her kids were her life. And so she passed in 2020. And it was like, I felt like I was living that whole Sonny's dad dying thing at the same time that I was going through it. And in a way, it was cathartic because it gave me an outlet to just let go and cry. But you never know who's going through something while they're doing their storylines. But I don't think a lot of people are going to be in cults or have a baby cut out of their stomach. But I'm just saying.
Right.
But there's also, and I'm so sorry to hear about your mom.
Thank you.
But like how they've had, it was great because Sasha was pregnant when, why do I keep forgetting all of their real names? Sasha was pregnant in real life, but then they had the baby, they had Liam die right after this woman became a mom.
Right.
On the, in real life. And it's like, why are you doing that? Did you guys not know about postpartum? Like, this could be devastating. As a mom, you're watching someone learning, like losing a baby, you're just like, let alone, I couldn't even imagine if I had to deal with that right after I had my son.
Yeah. And that's so common, postpartum. And then I guess it was his final episode, Tristan Rogers, where Sasha went to be with him.
Right.
And that was kind of like a nice goodbye. Maybe, he was getting sicker, but then he's gone. And I'm like, okay, she can't date Cody because that's her cousin. Her dad is now gone,
Yeah.
It was just like, I feel like she's being beat up about as much as Lucas is. It's like Lucas cannot catch a break, and he's got to feel beat up.
Right.
That's why I don't want Marco to be what I think he is. I thought it when he was in Miami, and then whenever they actually started to develop, I thought that he was just like a scammer. When he met him in Miami, I thought that he targeted him, stole his wallet, was a scammer. Because there was that medical convention in town. So very easy to do. But you want to see the child of villains be good, and so to see him turn. And I almost wish Sonny had killed Natalia just so that we could have some kind of, because she did it to herself, and it's very easily proven that she did,
Right.
it was an accident, but it's very easily proven that she took too many pills and drank too much. And that should really just be that, and he can blame, well, Sonny made her so upset that she drank so much, but I think she knew what she was doing. So, I mean, that stinks, that's horrible that happened. But
I never got the impression that Sonny was going with her. I don't know how she could have gotten the impression that he was leaving town with her.
I think, didn't he say that he would?
I don't recall that, but y'all are, eagle eyes more than I am.
He said that he would go with her, but I think that it was with the understanding, or he thought with the understanding that he was taking her there, getting her settled, and then he was coming back. Not that he was running away with her. And she took it to mean, well, he said he was coming with me.
Well, she has to know he's not going to leave his kids.
Right. That's what I would think. Yeah. And who would want a man that would do that anyway? Like, as a grown woman, sorry, if you're willing to leave your kids just to hook up with me. No.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And why did we have her die anyway? Because, and I mean, this is totally her call, but Ava LaRue was stalked in real life. That would have been interesting if she made a documentary about it. I feel like she'd be open to her character going through that then. So they should have kept her, had her go away for a little while, but then come back and wind up back with deception and somehow in the public eye, and then get a stalker and then go through all that. That way we also got that information on the show, because we've had stalkers. There was Tom.
I didn't know she was stalked in real life. I didn't.
She has. It's on Peacock. I haven't watched it yet, but I think it's just called something My Stalker, isn't it?
Mm.
But she and her daughter were stalked in real life. So that would have been. I mean, I'm projecting, assuming that if she's willing to make a documentary, she'd be willing to act it out. But I think it's a fair assumption.
That is, and even if not, there still was no reason to kill her. They could have sent her away like she was trying to follow Blaze's tour to make amends with her, and kept her off screen as long as they wanted to. It could have been 2 weeks, it could have been 2 years, and then had her pop back in once they wanted to.
I think the writers just got kill happy.
Yeah.
And then people actually died in real life. And they're kind of left with, how are we going to put these stories together? And who is going to have a baby that they never knew they had? There's going to be people popping up everywhere. There's going to be another Cassadine, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I like Gio. The whole Brooklyn Dante being his parents thing is just, I don't like still. I love, like Amanda was saying earlier, watching Brooklyn in this storyline, but I don't like that Lois lied to her. Like, it changes everything that you knew about these characters.
It's stinky. Like, yeah. But I did cry when he called her mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cried.
Yeah, I'm okay with her having a child. It just didn't need to be done that way with Lois, because that wasn't true of Lois's character, the way she would have behaved. And it didn't need to be Dante's, because I don't understand why Dante is behaving the way he is at all.
Right.
After not having a father growing up. Why would he behave like that, finding out that he has a son he didn't know about?
Right. And did they forget that they had this not stand? And when they finally came together as characters on the show, it wasn't awkward. It was not, even hinted at or anything.
Right.
You're just like, sup,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially where Carly was trying to get her to seduce Dante. Like, it was never mentioned, no, we can't do this again.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Break up him and Lulu. It's like, oh, that's going to be a little touchy for me. Been there, done that, got a T-shirt. But,
now he's got a baby.
Nothing.
Right. And they keep talking about Dante doing something bad and it being covered up. This would have been the perfect thing. Like, if it would have been that Dante was the one that got Brooklyn pregnant, but then he didn't take responsibility for it, that would have been the perfect out to, like, finish that whole story. And instead, they're like, oh, no.
There's still something out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they never talked about why he went to that camp.
Right. Because Cody, I thought it was going to be that Cody covered that up, but then Dante was mad that Cody knew that Brooklyn was pregnant and never told him.
Right.
So
there's still a big secret out there.
Right. And they just never address it, where they could have addressed it and been done with that one thing. Or why aren't they telling us whatever it actually is?
We need a spreadsheet, where it's like ball dropped, and you put all the things that it's like, okay, Taggart,
right,
TJ, what's going on that Dante did a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then these people shouldn't be together for various reasons. These people are kin to each other. Did you forget? I don't
Right.
know.
Right. We
Just feel
try to
like,
keep track of that stuff. That's part of why we do like the year-end recap is so like we just kind of bullet
oh,
point.
mercy. I don't know how y'all keep it together. I just don't.
Shannon's very organized. It is all Shannon.
You have, but both of you have amazing recall.
Thank
You just
you.
do. And I know you read and you keep up on it because, you know, this is what you guys do and it's your passion and I appreciate it and a lot of other people appreciate it. But you do. You have amazing recall.
Oh, thank
We
you.
forget enough like everyone else though. That's kind of, I mean, that's how the Port Charles pipeline started is because we're like, all right, we're not going to remember everything. We're going to mess stuff up. I'm sure between the three of us, we probably got at least a half dozen things wrong.
Yes. And that's what you need is an extra person today to screw something up.
No, but that's the thing. It doesn't. Like, that's, I don't know. I guess I don't care so much about that, like the mess up stuff. When people write in and are kind of nasty about it, it's like, why do you have to be condescending?
Right.
You know, but
How about, I think it was this way, but you double check me.
right. Or
Yeah.
just, hey, you guys said this, but it's actually this, you know, and I love when people send us links.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I have no idea what you guys get. I thought you just all got, you know, like flowery, I love your show and I love listening to it all the time and y'all are so great.
That's what most of it is, which
anything
is
else.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like anything else, you know, there's somebody commented somewhere that one of us says blah, blah, blah too much.
Yeah.
And that they don't like that Amanda talks about cheerleading in the reality check, which we are very clear about what that is. And it's at the end of the show. So if you don't want to know about us, you can just.
Right. Right. But I mean, that's part of who you guys are. You share yourself. And if people
Right,
didn't know about your daughter, they wouldn't know how you connect to Leo and how you
Right.
know a lot of things. Of course, if you know one child with autism, you know one child
One.
with autism.
Right.
I have learned that a million times over. But
And I try to be very clear about that. Like, it's just like, this is our experience. Because there's a ton of things that like I've wanted to do, but I'm like, I don't want to speak for groups because that's not.
right.
Like Amanda talked about being organized. Like I've had a planner idea in my head, but I'm like, I'm worried about putting it out there because I don't want people getting mad at me for it. Yeah, I know. I need to get out of my head on that one.
Shannon cares too much.
I saw a T-shirt the other day that says, "Are you overthinking what I'm overthinking?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get my friend Candace and I the same shirt.
There you go.
Are you overthinking what I'm overthinking? Because yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. Friend and I each named our anxiety and we refer to them and we're just like, hey, does so-and-so want to come play? Like, and I'm like, so my anxiety is named Clark. And I'm like, Clark is being a pain in the butt today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice because you can kind of just personify it and be like, he's being a real jerk. So,
Well, I'm a superhero. I am anxiety girl.
yay!
I like
Well,
that.
anxiety girl is welcome to come and take Clark anytime.
They would have a lot to talk about. General
Probably.
Hospital more than anything.
Yeah. They need to be doing more with Leo. And I remember when I was getting, and this is where I was starting to feel bad because I was getting not suspicious, but I kept telling Amanda, I was like, I think he's autistic. I think, that was something that somebody actually wrote in one time. And I was like, okay, my daughter says that she's autistic. There is community, like in the community, it is either they identify as I have autism or I am autistic and both are right. And it's whatever the person says. And like, here's information from the advocacy network, self-advocacy network for like autistic adults. I forget exactly. It's ASAN. And I can't remember what it is right now. You say we have good recall and I'm forgetting everything today. But they have like a really good article about it. And I sent it to them and they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, like, as long as you're not saying anything mean, you know, like, I don't know about you, like I can forgive. I say that I've lowered the amount though. I would give it now like 75% of people don't realize what they're saying is not kind.
Just about that subject.
Mm-hmm. Like in things that they say. Well, and I would say, but that's probably just like in general about anything. I mean, there's probably a ton of stuff that I say I don't realize, you know, and the more that I've done like a lot of research on like disabilities, like in general, and I'm like, oh, like you don't say wheelchair bound, you know, they use a wheelchair. They're a wheelchair user, stuff like that.
Is that like, what are they saying now for homeless?
Unhoused.
Unhoused.
I just feel like we could seriously sit here all day and talk about GH and just everything. This is why this is the couch that we sit on typically and record. So it really is legit, like sitting on your couch talking about the show with friends.
It's like being at Friends.
Yes.
Like at the coffee house. You've got your
Yes.
couch.
There you go.
You got a Central Perk cup.
I got my Central Perk cup. Do you also love Friends?
I didn't watch it when it was popular, but I do watch it now.
Okay.
But
That was another one. I actually, not to get on that whole tangent, but when Friends ended, it was before like DVRs and stuff. And I was a newly single mom. My son would have been turning 2. And so my daughter was almost like 6 months, 8 months, whatever. I got a babysitter for the night of the finale because I didn't want to miss it and have to worry about.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to change a diaper when she got off the plane.
That's important. It's important. Now, my show was Frasier. Frasier is like the best sitcom of all time to me. So funny.
All right, Amanda, what's your backup to GH? What's your
Gilmore Girls.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's good
Very
too.
nice. All good shows.
I know.
We could start a whole other podcast on just that, but no. But no, we're definitely going to have to do this again. I feel like we have a lot of great ideas for like trivia and roundtables, and I just love hearing other people's perspectives and your experiences. So
yeah, it's been great. It's been fun. I was nervous, and then I was excited, and it just feels like I'm sitting on the sofa with you.
That's what we want. That's what we want. So
Right.
You give that vibe.
Aw, thank you. I really do get embarrassed. Okay. No, but this was great. We're definitely going to have to do this again. Thank you so much for your time, sharing it with us and for your patience on waiting for us to get back to fan spotlights. I know you wrote in a little while ago. So
it has been so much fun and a pleasure and touched my heart. Loved it.
Likewise. Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
You could leave us reviews on Spotify, YouTube, and I think actually most podcast players, you can do like stars or something like that.
Gold stars. Everyone should be getting us gold stars.
You gave up on your gold stars.
No one was earning them.
True. Very true. But yeah, we will definitely have to do this again. But thank you so much.
Yes, you're very welcome. And it's so good to talk to both of you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
All right. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
She was just so sweet. And I know I say that with every interview, but really our fans are so sweet. And I loved hearing, what really drew her into it and going next door to the neighbors to watch it, like similar to your story of a friend getting you hooked, not you watching it yourself, like your family bringing you into it.
I thought about that too when she mentioned that. And I was like, yeah.
Did everybody have their TVs like facing the windows? You guys walked by on your way home and were like, hey, I want to watch that. Like,
my friend, we had our bus stop and she was 3 houses up from the bus stop because this is back when, we walked 10 minutes to the bus stop.
mhm.
And her parents had the big double sliding doors in their basement facing the driveway. And they had one of those big, like movie theater, big box screen TVs. And so, but she and I would stand in her driveway talking, and then, I'd walk in or, we'd see it and be like, so what's going on? And so we'd walk in and watch a little bit of GH. And then during a commercial, I would book it through the alleyway and hope that I made it back in time before
the commercials were over. But back then you had a nice commercial break. So if you were scooting, you definitely could make it the majority of the time.
Yep.
Nice. But yeah, I just think it's funny whenever you guys say that. I'm like, how are you watching other people's TV? But okay. And yeah, she was a sweetheart. And with her Southern charm, she was throwing in sayings here or there that I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I loved it. Yes. I feel like we should probably ask though. I feel like we just came up with so many different ideas too of different things that we could be doing with the guys in general. Because we've joked about like us doing trivia, but yeah, definitely the guys. Oh, we should also, because we've talked about you and I doing trivia. That should be part of our roundtable with our fans, is have them come up with trivia questions for us.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And see who knows what.
Yes.
We could have each of them do like 5.
Yeah, that'd be good. I like it.
We had like 3. Yeah, but we're not going to give ourselves prizes. It's just Who knows more, Shannon or Amanda?
Gold stars. We can have gold stars.
Yes, we will. And we will collect our gold stars throughout the year. And at the end of the year, there will still be no prize.
All right.
But no, I loved it. And this is why we talk to our fans. We learn so much about other people. And then, we're all doing life in
Right.
all parts of the world, but wind up having so much in common.
Yep.
And it's because of the show that brought us together.
Yes.
Warm and fuzzy. And she made me cry. So, there's that.
That's not really a shocker, but
Certain things, I have cried during fan spotlights before. Never mind. I think. I don't know. Oh,
I'm sure you have.
I'm probably. But yeah, so if you want to be featured as one of our fan spotlights, all it is, we really don't have like a huge format. I mean, we do ask, how did you get started watching the show? But it's really whatever you guys want to talk about, General Hospital related with us. I mean, we had somebody write in that wanted to argue with me or argue with Amanda. Not argue. You guys really had a great conversation about
We did.
opinions on Nina, and it was fantastic. We've had fans want to share their favorite storylines. We want to know more about all of you. So fill out the fan spotlight request form on our website and we'll get you scheduled.
Perfect.
So join us on Monday as we recap this week's shows.
Have a good weekend.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.